Good morning, welcome to a new vlog, everybody. I want to start off this vlog by saying a big thank you to everyone who left such a nice comment on my last vlog where I was talking about just like not feeling great. My day started off good in the vlog that I put up last week, but then it went downhill, and a lot of you are very kind about that and saying that you've been experiencing that roller coaster during this pandemic time too. Yeah. This week, it is Tuesday right now, and it's turning out to be kind of a good week so far. I mean, we're one day and then a few hours of another day into it, and so I can't really judge that yet, can I? But yesterday was a really good day, and I'm hoping today is going to be a good one also. Went for a walk this morning on the riverbed, as per usual. It's just nice to be able to do that again, you know, nice to have that as part of a routine, to get outside, go for a walk, listen to some podcasts. Ooh, I hear the doorbell. Wonder what online shopping we've ordered. It was just an Amazon order, nothing too exciting. I don't know what I thought it would be though, because it's not like I've ordered anything exciting online. Anyway, I can't remember what I was saying before I got distracted by that. Nope, it's gone. Let's just move on. Today, like I said, is Tuesday. I have 2 meetings later this afternoon. One to talk about the calls to action on our blog. I want to come up with a system where we can like personalize it. So we have a flow we want people to go through when they're reading our content. The first thing, like I'm thinking, being get them to sign up to our email list by offering some sort of opt-in, that sort of thing. The next thing being to encourage them to create an account. And so we like move people through this using some personalization software. I've been working on some designs of how these calls to actions should look. And yeah, I'm going to meet today and talk with some of the people on our content team about what functionality they actually want and what they want to be promoting to people. And then what else? Then we have our marketing team meeting, which is kind of like a all hands for the marketing team, where once we have this slot where it's going to be a dedicated topic that we talk about. So it's not a meeting with updates. We try really hard not to do that at ConvertKit, because I mean, when you're a remote company, you can do that sort of thing asynchronously, you know, drop some notes into a channel. But what we do really value is brainstorming sessions and sessions to discuss ideas and make plans. And so that's what this meeting is going to be about some upcoming features, planning what we're going to do on the marketing side, which would be good. In the last vlog, I talked about the training page as well. That was what I was starting to wireframe. It's been like a little harder than I perhaps would have expected to get that project moving along. And I think what I'm going to mostly talk about in this vlog is like questions to ask of people on your team when you're an in-house designer and you're creating a thing like this, and how you can like anticipate needs and plan for the future, because this is a project where I could design for what we have and what we need right now, but it wouldn't be very future-proof, and we would probably end up needing to make changes to it in the not too distant future. And so I'm trying to capture all those needs now and build a system that's going to be robust. By build, I mean design, because Corey is actually going to do the building of it as per usual. But yeah, that's what I'm going to spend some time working on today. Because I went for a walk this morning, I've already done my workout for the day, and I'm now sitting, drinking my coffee, just had breakfast, and ready to crack on into it. Set an hour focus block, and I managed to get to a really good place within that time with this wireframe, further along than I thought I would, making some decisions. So that feels good. I feel like what I've got now is a really good starting point to have a conversation with the team and to hopefully move forward to the design phase. So let me show you what I've worked on and tell you about a few of the questions that I asked the team in order to get this point. So first, let me start by showing you the current training page. So this is what we have right now. It is like just a super basic solution. We have, it's just a WordPress page, and all this content is added manually. So yeah, it's just a line of text and buttons and information, and obviously not super enticing to click on, with some links at the bottom there. This is my wireframe for what I'm thinking of doing. So we're gonna have the next upcoming workshop in the header here, links up here to the different sections on the page. So we have live workshops, pre-recorded ones, and then more like technical tutorials. The workshops are more strategy focused. That's something that we want to try to get across. So this is like in-page navigation, but also it kind of acts as a summary, right, of what we have available in terms of our video training. Then we have our live strategy workshops, and I've got the tags here. I thought about doing it in a drop down, but then I thought actually having them out in the open lets people see what the options are, and so it'll like encourage them more to click on the one that fits the stage they're at in their journey. So yeah, I've got all of the like laid out on the page, so there might be a lot of them. I think there'll probably be no more than like 10 at once though, so you know, I'm okay with this, to have a big list of the live workshops, because this is the main thing we want people to do, is attend a live one, because they're truly something special. Angel, our workshop host, our creator educator, is amazing and like really good at connecting live. So yeah, that's the best opportunity for learning. Then in the next section, so this is kind of like grouped together, we have 2 recorded, like pre-recorded workshops for if someone just wants to get started watching straight away. And then there'll be like technical stuff. So these are more strategy focused about, like you could really apply the strategies taught in them, both these and the live workshops, to any email marketing software that you use, really. It's all about the strategy of using email and building your audience as a creator, whereas these videos are specifically about ConvertKit. So that's why they're sort of grouped here, and they're more technical about how to use the software, whereas these are more about business strategy, like I said. So yeah, we've got that. Then we've got a search bar for if someone couldn't find a video on what they're looking for to do with ConvertKit. This will take them to our knowledge base with more information. Then we end the page with a link to our guides and a link to our podcast for if they like want to learn in a different way. It was confusing to get to this point, mostly because of, like, first of all, there's a difference between the recorded workshops and the live ones, and like the strategy and the technical and all of that stuff to start with. And I think I actually edited it all, so it's not here anymore. But yeah, I used to have like a carousel for the recorded workshops, and then I even was starting to think about having the recorded workshops mixed in with live ones and like splitting the page up by category instead of by live or recorded, if that makes sense. So within this getting started category, you'd see whatever the live ones were that are coming up, but also all the pre-recorded ones. But it turned out in talking to the team that there is actually not that many pre-recorded ones they're planning on having. That's why I decided to go with this option instead. They're planning on only 2. If they have a third, we can just have a column of 3, just like, you know, these have columns of 3. And maybe even if they did 4, we could have 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think once we got to 5, then I would start to think about turning it into a carousel instead. But yeah, because that's not the plan for a while, then I feel safe going with this. It was really important with this page to think about what it really needed to be and what the workshop team were doing, rather than just looking at what we have now and doing a designed version of it, if that makes sense. Like, for example, these 3 workshops here are older, like streaming on-demand ones that the team are planning on retiring. And if I hadn't asked the question, and if I'd just designed to what we have right here, then that wouldn't have been very future-proof to, like, you know, be considering these. Also, the page has this section of helpful articles and tips, which is helpful, admittedly, but it's just not the direction that we're going in the page. It's going to be focused on video training. So if I hadn't thought through that and asked the question about our focus and what they want to do, they've said they want to bring in the quick tips videos instead of this stuff. Well, they didn't say instead of this stuff. They just said they wanted to bring that in. And so to me, that meant this was becoming a video training page. And so I've decided to remove these links, because the search bar to our knowledge base will help people if they were looking for any of that stuff. What else did I ask about? Okay, so yeah, what I heard from the team. Wait, I wrote a thing up here so that I can talk to you about it. So these 4 things were the types of content that the team said they were going to have. Live workshops, recorded, some pre-recorded ConvertKit overviews that they felt were different from these recorded workshops because they were more technical, focused on the software rather than strategy. So there is like a different audience for them. And then those quick tips videos. So what I've done is group these 2 together in the same carousel, because even though they're technically different content, Angel, the creator educator, makes these videos, whereas there's a team on our customer success team who create the quick tips videos. So it's like different people creating them, but the audience for them is the same, if that makes sense. Both types of content are going to be about using ConvertKit, like giving you in-depth instructions. This one's going to be an overview of the 2 different types of accounts. And this one is more tips for various pieces of the software. But yeah, the audience for them is the same. So I've decided to group them instead of having this in a separate section on the page. It's really important to ask questions and like fully understand what it is you're laying out. That's why you just absolutely cannot design a web page until you have the content for it. I've talked before, I think it was in my office hours live stream actually, about the difference between content and copy. So as you can see in mine, there is placeholder copy throughout this, help you have success, etc. Obviously that's not what we're going to write on the page. I haven't gotten our copywriter to take a look at this yet. You don't need the exact copy in order to start laying out a page, but you do need to know exactly what's going on it, and that's what I call the content. And you have to understand what that content is too, because if I had just you know, blindly gone in and laid out, okay, there are these 4 different types of content, and so I'm just gonna like lay out 4 different sections for this 4 different types of content, it's much better for me as the designer, or you as the designer, to do the thinking about what the purpose is of that content and like what its role is on the page, why it's there, why it's important to someone, how they're going to interact with it, to decide actually how to group it together. That also helps you decide the order that it should go on the page as well. Like I said, with the one idea I had of mixing the recordings in with the live workshops, turned out to not be the right way to do it because there was going to be so few recordings. It would have been kind of weird to just every now and then see a pre-recorded one in amongst all the live content. Anyway, I hope that was interesting to see this little overview of this project. Like I said, got further with it than I thought I would, so I feel pretty good about that now. And now it's in a stage of just waiting for a bit of feedback, really just looking for our workshops team to call out anything that I might have missed or gotten wrong in my like understanding of the content before I move on to the next stage and actually start to design it. Yeah, so now I guess I'm gonna go have lunch. Actually, before lunch, I think that it is turnip checking time. So let's do that. Check it out. I match my little character. I made her a Bring Me the Horizon umbrella t-shirt. Matches mine. What a nerd. Okay. Turnips. One day, maybe I'll do a separate vlog where I just give you a tour around my island, because I know not everyone is interested in that, but I find it very fun. I've been playing this game literally every single day since it came out. Didn't think I would. Like, I've never been one to really get really into video games before. Ugh, only 85 bells. And I think I've explained before, but turnips is kind of like the stock market inside this game. Yeah, it's just been such a nice game to have during the pandemic, you know? To have something to do that you can really like switch your mind off, but also be quite creative with it, because you're like, you know, coming up with ideas of what to do on your island and planning things out, making them happen. And there's a lot of like mundane things to do too, like chopping wood from trees, and I don't know, it's just really nice. If you've been thinking about getting Animal Crossing but been holding back for whatever reason, then let this be your endorsement that you should go and get it. Okay, but I'm not going to play anything more though, because I do have work to do, so we're going to turn this off for now and I'll come back tonight. Now let's go have lunch. Alright, lunch done, a few chores done. Now getting to work for the afternoon. So I've got that meeting that I said to talk about the calls to action on our blog coming up in about an hour. So I'm going to make sure that I have all of my thoughts in order before that meeting. I hate turning up to a meeting, like especially when there's one set for a particular project, and you know, not taking the time beforehand to come up with what I want to present, or like what opinion I want to present and discuss in the meeting. And, you know, sometimes if the purpose of a meeting is to brainstorm, then it's fine to turn up without having thought of things ahead of time, because you're going to be like doing that together on the call. But yeah, in this one, I really need to use it to get everyone onto the same page, and instead of starting from scratch and being like, what should we do for our blog? It's going to be much more useful if I say, hey, I've thought about this is what I've laid out, what do you think? And obviously they don't have to go with what I'm thinking, but it'll help to have it as a starting point, if that makes sense. So yes, that's what I'm going to go take a look at now. was a really great meeting. Got a lot of clarity and made some decisions, which is good. Sometimes it's just good to talk things through with people, you know? Yeah, I'm excited. We all started like dreaming really big with this system that I want to have in place. And yeah, it's all going to be very complex to actually bring to life. But we have a starting point that's going to be like, you know, small enough. So that's good. I've got like about half an hour now before rolling into meeting number 2 for the day. Our all marketing team one. So I don't know what I'm going to try and get done in between then. I've had like a strangely productive day. Like, I guess it shouldn't be that strange because I feel like I have worked hard and tried to have a productive day, but I kind of got and done everything that I had on my to-do list already. So perhaps I didn't like dream big enough when I wrote my to-do list this morning. I'm going to find something fun to work on in the meantime. Well, I found something fun to work on. I had some mail. I've got a new print. If you saw in previous vlogs, I've been getting prints in to prepare to hang on this wall over here and to extend this gallery wall around, which is going to be exciting. None of the frames have arrived yet, but prints have been slowly showing up. Ooh, I know what this one is. I probably shouldn't be unraveling it. Ooh, this is very, very curled. This is going to need some stretching out. Let's see if I can show you this without touching it too much. This is a new print, there we go, sort of. New Optimist print by my friend Eric. He created a thing called the Optimist Project. I'm going to leave a link actually to a video, like documentary short film thing that we made about his story as part of this creative project that we do at ConvertKit. It's an amazing story, and yeah, he's an amazing artist. He designed this. He drew this one here for me, which everyone always asks about. He like drew it by hand at a conference, made it custom for me, which is very special. And this little one here, Optimist, is part of the Optimist project. You have to go and listen to that story. So I'm gonna link that in the description. Promise me you're gonna go do that. Yeah, I'm excited to have this, oops, sorry, you're on a lean, this art arrive. I'm gonna wrap it back up in its tissue and put it with the rest of my prints that are awaiting frames. Alright, meetings are done. The marketing meeting ended up being, we have Nathan join, who's our CEO, by the way. I filmed a video with him that I feel like I uploaded at the start of this year. Was it this year? I don't know. This quarantine is just like time. What is it? Words, what are they? But anyway, he joined our marketing meeting and we talked all about like a new feature that we're working on. So that was really exciting. Yes, exciting stuff ahead. But yeah, that is it. That is the end of my workday, and so that will also be the end of this vlog. It started raining here, which is kind of disappointing because sometimes it's nice to go sit outside in the evenings once I finish work. But yeah, I'm off to go cook dinner and probably play some Animal Crossing, let's be honest. Yeah, thank you for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed seeing where I've gotten to on some projects. And it was definitely, I don't know, I definitely feel a lot more positive in this than I did perhaps near the end of the last vlog. It continued to be a good day, whereas in the last one, the day started out good and then it got kind of shitty. So yeah, that's good. That is a win. I feel like hopefully I'm rounding the corner on this roller coaster of quarantine, you know, motivation, focus, emotions, all of that stuff, that I'm on the up now. So that's good. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe and healthy still. And I hope you have a good week ahead and a good weekend. You know, get some stuff done, do some relaxing, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next